in the house.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Dallas Cowboys. Brett Maher has this one teed up, and we are underway here at AT&T Stadium. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the 27, Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Now it's Burrow. That's complete to the tight end, Sample. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. This one hauled in by Sample, and that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
On the jet sweep, here's Chase. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Now Burrow. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
On 1, ready?
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy. It's not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. They'll run left with Pollard. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Throwing, Prescott. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. Well, what a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And this is caught out in the left flat. And he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 6-0 our score after one.
On one, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. To the right side and complete to Hurst.
Here we go.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Burrow will throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 3rd down, Burrow. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get him the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. 4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 27. Now it's Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Mixon. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
On one, ready? 11, Thomas. Stop.
Mixon again. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon punching it in from a yard away. And they are able to add on to their advantage. They'll let Mixon try and run it in. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the two-point conversion to extend this lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. There he goes left side. He will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Open man is Higgins. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
11.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he stopped immediately there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He's got his man. That's Sample, the tight end. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7.
Here we go.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. He's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick 6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tagged as one of the best in the league the prior season.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. He's got a man complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So they grabbed the lead just before half with a clock reading 0-0-0.
How about snatching things right at the end and grabbing a little bit of control? What a great way to go into the locker room. It's similar to a boxer flurrying in the last 30 seconds of a round and stealing the round. Great job.
But he will not get the 2 points. He stopped up short, and that is how this first half will come to an end. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. Fielded right around the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point, and now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Here we go.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Burrow looking to pass. This goes out wide from Mixon. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Come on, ready? 11.
From the gun on third down is Burrow. Finding Mixon here again on back-to-back plays. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first.
11.
Burrow going for it on 4th. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. They'll look to throw again. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
On 2.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. From the gun and give to Mixon. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
11 mighty.
On 2nd down, Burrow. Slant pass to Boyd. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
11.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are able to extend their lead. They'll let Mixon try and run it in. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball that...
Oh, and now some space to operate. Touchdown, Cowboys! And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy is made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone. And
you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Bengals drive about to get going. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. 20! And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd. 76 yards. And the Bengals are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Zach Taylor's made the decision. They'll go for 2 here. Burrow's going to look to throw for it. Complete at the 1.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended.
Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. On second down, it's Pollard. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Got him in. It's Brown. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Pollard going to try the right side. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And this one quickly to Lamb. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Prescott on 1st down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to get the football here at their own 23. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Micah Parsons picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out.
Here we go.
Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. After the sack on 1st down, Burrow. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And the Bengals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away.
On 1, ready?
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins.
On 1, ready?
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Boy, sitting on a 2-score lead at this stage in the game, that punter, he must be pretty lonely over there on the sideline thinking, why in the world was my number not called there?
As far as he's concerned, the check will still cash, right? It is your choice not to use me in this situation. But I also look at it this way. You know, some coaches are more aggressive than others. They just want to take care of the football, have the ball on offense, and go at it that way. So a very interesting call, but he wants to take care of the ball himself.
Prescott. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. There's certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. Now Dak. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Oh, a design run for their wideout. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Here we go.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, Mixon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And that's caught one more time by Boyd. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Come on, ready? 11 mighty. 11 MP tape. 11 MP tape.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Throwing now is Joe Burrow. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, things started off exciting. This one had a high-scoring first half, and nobody let their foot off the gas in the second half either, Charles. And, you know, for them, a really nice victory.